So, hey guys, welcome to High Entropy. And today I'm looking like little weird or something. Maybe I just kept the camera a little far apart because I noticed like when I'm watching my videos, I'm at the zoom level, so it's not good. It is looking bad when you are looking in the biggest screen, especially like when I watched on laptop. I mean, yeah, it wasn't good. So first thing that's why I kept little far apart so you will see my little picture. And it not necessary. The main important thing is voice. Voice is very important, right? Okay. So welcome to High Entropy and thanks for clicking. So today we are going to discuss about construction because yesterday I was telling you, right? I woke up. No, I'll tell you in the same way. Like I remember it. Remembered the sentences. So okay, I mean, yeah. So I saw some construction work there, and I wasn't aware how to say uh, when they were like mixing the cement and other, basically when they were uh, carrying the wet concrete mixture. I noticed like okay, I'm not able to say it. Then I asked ChatGPT, and it suggested me a few things. So I practiced them, and now I feel like okay. So today I decided like okay, now I just wanted to change little strategy. So what I'll do first thing is like I will pick any object and accordingly I'll go through like all the different vocabs and sentences that are being used, vocabs and phrases that's being used for that particular object. So it will help me. Like suppose if I have to tell about mic, then what are the like there are wires, there are microphones, speakers, audio. If we are talking about audio, so in this way, like I will get to know more about. For example, if you know, like in Hindi we call mistri, but I'm not aware. It's like a first time I'm learning new word mesal, MASAL. Mesal means the person who is using you can say not yeah, who is basically using the sand mixture of sand and cement and constructing the walls, or maybe even they are casting the roof. So basically they are using their leveling the roof so that it will be flat, and they are measuring all other stuff, so they are constructing the building, and they are the main you can say driver of the building construction. So okay, and there was another word, foreman. Foreman who is supervising, supervisor and foreman both are almost similar, but in the industry we use superman, I mean supervisor, and in this one we use foreman. Okay, like when we are talking about construction. So I'll narrate you a story, and do let me know if you like it or what kind of improvement need uh, you are expecting from me. And I still feel like okay, I'm not using some different words and sentences. So for that I'm just working on it. Working on it is a very big term, and you can always say okay, you're working on it. Like how long will you take to work on it? uh, okay. So for example, yesterday I was watching a video, and there it was little disheartening, a video where a girl uh, has organized uh, her own funeral, and people came. Then I haven't noticed about it. Maybe I thought it might be funny, but after that I realized that she had ovarian. No, no. Oh my god. And like it's ovarian cancer, so that's why she had limited time. So she thought like why don't I meet all the people, and once they will gather in a you can say funeral. So she organized one funeral, and people came, and they sang song for her and all. But I felt so something like after watching that video. It's like we always used to pretend like we have unlimited time, or we have so much time, and we will do things slowly. And we always tend to basically shift the plans. For example, if you wanted to go on a travel, you will say okay, maybe once I'll achieve this, then I'll go to travel. And you don't know what's going to happen next moment, but we still believe like okay, we are going to live for 100 years. Imagine that girl, she knew like okay, for me it was very disheartening. Like when you are watching, I think OBS or something the channel name was, she was just I believe she born in she was born in 2000, in 1994. and she died on Jan 20, 2024. Imagine someone like in such a younger life is dying, and you know like you are going to die in next 5 days, 10 days. So she passed away after 10 days of her funeral. So it's very bad, right? You don't know what's going to happen. We always used to think like, okay, we have unlimited time, and there are so many things. Like if you'll think about that story, might give you clarification in your life. Okay, if you wanted to learn English, just learn it, man. Don't feel shy or something. If you wanted to go on a trip, just go. Just try different ways like how you can earn. Don't think too much like, okay, once the time will be perfect then I'll do it. You don't know what's going to happen. Maybe you are thinking about, maybe you wanted to let's say you wanted to uh, uh, give a surprise gift to your partner, and you felt, okay, I'll give it once I'll get promotion or something. You don't know what's going to happen. Maybe your partner or something. I'm not going say like it, but yeah, if something happens to you or your partner, then it will be just memory, right? You don't know what's going to happen. So that's why don't think too much about the future, because future is just a mystery, and past is just a history, and present is yours. So work on present. That's all for the not wait for the video. So today we are going to discuss about the construction and its related terminology. So okay, so I'll tell you a story like how construction works, and I will tell you my home story, like my house story, how it got constructed. And it's been long time, like when the construction was happening, or when we built, or my parents built new house. So at the time I was in like maybe in class 12. Okay, so we like I and me and my brother used to live in our you can say what we say, maternal aunt. My father's sister will be maternal aunt, right? I think, yeah. So maternal aunt, I don't know. Then what we will say, like maybe maternal aunt only. So we used to live in my, okay, so I'll say like this. So we used to live in my father's sister's house. Okay, and so at the time construction is started in our home. And so okay, so we came home on vacation, like we were studying there. So we came on vacation. I think that at the time we were in 10th or 11th, right? So yeah, so we came home, and then we saw like, okay, construction is going on. My family members are also helping. Okay, and one more term I learned today: labor and laborer. So I thought labor, if you say like in village we used to say like you need 4 labor, you need 5 labor, but labor means work, and laborer means the person who is going to perform labor, who is going to work. So we call them laborer. And I always used to say laborer, not laborer. Laborers were working there. There were some few laborers. Okay, so yeah, so we need people, because we require a lot of labor. What we did, first we went to an architect, and he designed like the floor plan, like how you are going to draw, how Marshall is going to construct Meshal is going to construct the building. So for that we need someone like we need some we require some labor work or labor. We need some we estimated like, okay, this much labor will be required here. So accordingly we contracted person, and our contractor, you can say, to get the laborer. So like we need these many laborers, and can you laborers, okay, we need these many laborers. So okay, so then we got the laborers. And now we first thing was like we need to deconstruct, or you can say uh, destroy, not destroy, but basically what we say, we used to say some other word. So when we are basically we are destroying the old building, or we are just collapsing, not collapsing. uh, yeah, you got it. I think I'm not able to recall the word. So what how it is started. First day, first step was we have to uh, basically destruct the full old house. So we like for that we need some it requires a lot of labor. So what we did are a lot of work, so manual work. So for that, like we are asked, everything is manual there only. No, nothing is. So yeah, so we need some laborer. And first they started deconstructing the home. and then after once finished, then the next step was to dig the ground. What they did, they simply dug. Okay, I used a new word, dug. Basically, I saw there. So dug. Said they. So they what they did, they simply dug the ground to lay the foundation, and then they started like then Michelle came. Two Michelles were there. I think two or three were there, and they started laying the foundation. So first step was like, if you are building the foundation, then you have to create some steel structure. So, and then you will start like a you will start building the foundation, and after that you will do some like a you will basically you will lay the foundation, and then you will start creating or constructing the columns. And then once columns will be filled, and once you can say columns will be constructed, then you will start the Meshal, not you, but Meshal will start constructing the walls. So they started constructing the walls, and finally everything was completed. And like okay, so we like once they started constructing the wall, you need if you know the working process, then you need to I mean, they need to install some windows and doors, and for that, at least they should start like they should uh, fit it, like they should fit them. You can say there are two types of process. Some people used to fit it at like some metal. So it depends on you how you are going to do it. Like some people in big buildings, like they are uh, basically they are adding not adding, but they are attaching the doors and all at the end. Before first they finish the construction, or they finish the basically they creates the they construct the columns and roof, and after that they cast the roof, and after that they starts constructing the walls, and then they are adding, or they are they are basically they are setting the word doors and windows. So for that, like we need someone like a welder, and you can say we need welder who can construct the doors frame, at least for frame of doors. So we contracted them, or we connected with them, and then we had given the order to them, like okay, these many doors we are looking for, and how much time will you take to build, and what will be the prices of each door. Or you can say, so most of the time they are telling you based on the work and design, how much design you wanted in your door, and what kind of design you wanted, and also the amount of metal that it's going to consume. So it will be based on weight and the uh, effort that they are putting to construct it. So accordingly they are telling like a price. Okay, so then we had given the contract to them, and they constructed, and after that they started building the like Michelle started building the you can say what they started building. They started building the walls, or they started constructing the walls, and everything finished. And now the final, like in rural area, how they do, like once the walls are constructed, then they start preparing for roof casting. Okay, so like then we had given the order like to prepare the structure, or you can say shattering on the top of roof, on the top of walls. So they lay, so what they did, basically they laid the roof casting, not casting but shattering on the top of walls, onto the walls. And accordingly, and now we need someone who can use the, if you know, plaster of Paris, POP that we call. So we wanted design on the balcony, or you can say balcony, will say it right. So that's why, so we contacted them, and then they casted the pop design sheet, and then they placed on the top of you can say skeleton, or you can say on the top of shattering. And then some you can say those people came, uh, I mean the people who used to build the, I mean we can call them fitter, or yeah. So they will come, and they will prepare a skeleton of steel rods, and then steel, you can say, not a steel rod, so steel. And based on that, like you are going to lay the concrete, with concrete. And so yeah, and the final day arrive. And you know what happens, I'll tell you a little story. So in the villages, when like the day when laborers come and starts mixing the concrete, not concrete, but it starts mixing the sand, water, aggregate, or you can say gravel and cement. That day we call like when they have planned to cast the roof. So that day, like it's like our other family members, like whoever are like in our uh, big family, like all our father's siblings and their like a father's siblings, all people will come, and it's like a festival. You can think of a small festival, or not festival, but an event. So similar to that, like they will cook food for the people's laborers, those are going to work there. So it's kind of, so we offer them food like at the end of the day, like when they have finished the roof casting. So yeah, so that's the process, like in our village, or especially if you're talking. So yeah, I don't know what about you, how they are, how you guys do, like maybe if you are living in city, you don't care like whether what they have to carry the food and all. But in villages it happens, like in my village everyone does the same, like for other family members and all, like you have to offer them food at the end. So it's not like normal food you are going to offer, you are going to offer something special. And for that, like you have to make preparation, because there will not be only few laborers, right? There will be a lot of laborers required, and depends on uh, the size of roof that they are going to cast. So yeah, it's like a kind of festival, similar to the festival, like yeah, other family member will gather, and yeah. So and so you have to supervise all the day, like okay, everything is going good. There is nothing like, okay, other thing I forgot, like well, you have to contact electrician as well, so that they will basically, what they will do, they will add pipes, not add, basically they will install pipes in between the roof, so that you can, after that, like um, they can basically install the wires inside it, and you can say if you wanted to, yeah. So that's the process, okay. And also you have to, after that, once it's done, once roof is casted, then the next step starts, like plaster and all kind of interior and all. So yeah, then like laborers will start mixing the, okay, first they have to carry, if it is in top floor, maybe, then if it is ground floor, then it is okay. Otherwise they have to carry to the rooftop, like all the sand, cement and everything. Then they will be start mixing, and the marshal will do, like they will do what they will do, they will start plastering the walls. And once it is done, then it comes to electrician, or before that, like electrician have to assemble, or add the pipes into the walls. So they will drill, and they will basically they will cut the wall, and they will add the pipe in, they will install the pipe into it. And once plastering is done, or once metal will do the plaster, and once plaster is done, then it's time to do wiring. And for wiring, the electrician will come, and they will fit everything. And before, okay, so there are two things, like either they will do before it, or they will do after painting. But people used to do like they will do before painting, and after that, like the painters, it's painter's responsibility that you have to take care of those wiring boards, so that there won't be any paint and all kind of. So that they add newspaper, or they stick some newspaper on the top of the wiring board, so that they won't be dirty due to painting and all. And if you wanted to do some false ceiling and all, then for that you will contact with uh, POP, or you can say designer, plaster of Paris would do. So you will connect with them. If you see here in the roof of this, so I'm living in some rented room, but you can see there are some. If you see two blue strips, there are showing purple strips. My bad. So these are nothing but the strip of POP, plaster of Paris. So it's like a it's kind of, I experimented with it. It's a pretty interesting thing. Like once you will add it into, like you will get powder, and once you will add it into water, and you have to wait for some time, and it will start soliding. Yes, it will solidify automatically. And if you'll wait for some time, so if you have some like a structure, or you have some frame, we can say, yeah, casting material, then yeah, you can cast it into whatever way you want it. And if you know, like like I don't remember, know about you, where you are living at what. So but for us, like in our area, what we do, like some people like who makes what we say statue of the POP. You will see like, okay, especially at the time of Diwali festival, like the statue of goddess Lakshmi, and and Ganesha, Lord Ganesha. So you will see, okay, they are like they cast it into the into a frame, or they cast it and using POP only, and then they paint it. So it's like it will look very realistic and all. So it depends. Like even you notice like at the time of Durga Puja, if you know, they also the artists who are creating the statue of goddess Durga, then they are also doing in this like using POP and paint, and also they prepare the statue. So that's how POP works. It's very versatile, used in different domains. Even I think I heard like when they do plaster. So I don't know if it's right or wrong, but like if you have a fracture, then the plaster that you're using there, that is also POP. I think I'm not sure about it, but yeah, it's similar kind of thing that gets solidified. But I think it's not the local. I mean that POP. It's a better version of it. Like you can say, I don't know. Okay, so other than that, what else? So yeah, so once it is done, then there is like a fitter. You have to ask, okay, if you wanted to install tiles or something, then you have to contact with the people who um, installs tiles. So for them you have to contact, and what they will do, they will install tiles on washroom, or maybe wherever you want it, in the floor. If you want tiles or marbles, then they will come. And after that you have to contact plumber will come. Actually it will come before, if you like before plaster and all. They will come and they will install the pipes, and they will fit everything. And after that, like for to install faucet and all, water taps and all, shower, wash, for faucet, what is faucet and all, they will come again and they will install it once tiles are installed and plaster is done, everything is done, then they will come and they will install everything. And that's all. And after that, if you need more, then you can contact Interact. I'm so sorry. Like you need, if you wanted to decorate your house more, then you need to connect with a. Actually, you need to contact with the interior designer. Then they will tell, okay, you want kitchen, you want something. They will tell you like, okay, more plan about it, like where you should keep what. Then it will look more beautiful and a spacious room. For example, that's a different domain, but yeah, it's a pretty beautiful thing. Like if you have money and you can do that interior, it's good. Like yeah, and depends on. So for that also there are peoples like who design first. They give you design, and they are known as architect, interior designer, or you can say architect. And then they will provide you how your building will look and how it will look from inside. They will provide you like a exterior view, interior view, and accordingly the interior designer will come and will ask you like, okay, here the kitchen will be here the this is drawing room and all. So it's all about planning and how you wanted to do it. So that's all for this video. And if you have any suggestion for me, definitely I am still working on the things. Like I'm just trying to get the different thing. I mean different. Okay, I have to be little civilized person. I feel like I'm doing something like this like this. It's like monkey type. Monkey type is there is a famous website monkey type where I used to practice typing. So yeah, so that's all for this video. If you have any suggestions, recommendation, it's Monday. Not Monday, it's Sunday, and I'm just worrying about Monday. So yeah, that's all for the video, and thank you so much. And if you have any suggestion for me, do let me know. Thank you so much.